2020, 2021, when I would get lunch with people that were older than me, that have been in the industry a while, since the recession, I would ask them, well, you've been in the business pre-recession. Like, how did you deal with the volatility? How did you go through that? And you're right. Now that we've been through it, well, now that's a little notch on our belt we can kind of use in the future. Tell the younger kids about. Tell Mr. Tyler what the deal is.
Yeah, we're not the young ones anymore.
What is some advice? I mean, you're on the lending side. I feel like the lending side is just as important as the brokerage side in terms of investing. For young people trying to get into the game, prices aren't going down. What do they do?
Value add. Investments for me have been a little different. I don't have tons of units. I've bought and sold properties. One in particular was with a partner of mine. Started out as a realtor that I started doing business with, became one of my really good friends, and he'd flip a lot of homes. And in 2020, there was a lot of opportunity because values were increasing so much. You have to know your market and know your time. Mm-hmm. So I understand real estate, but he really understood real estate. So get with someone, if you don't know it, learn, or get with someone extremely talented in the area you're trying to be in. And he's like, hey, my roofer guy said this lady's trying to sell her house. Elderly lady needs to move out. I'm like, okay. Went in there, paid $200 for it, sold it for $250 cash, quick. Then kept doing that over and over and over. Some we'd flip, some we'd wholesale, and not like assignable. We would close on them and do a little bit of work. Know the industry that you're getting into, right? So if you want to invest in real estate, okay. Do I want to look at just owning? So the client I was on before we started, they want to have 50 total units. They're about to have 10 units in this one complex, townhomes. And they have a plan. They want multiple units. Do you want to go that route? Do you want a value add route where you can add value to it and sell it and make money? You've spoken to people that have 100 doors. Mm-hmm. So my piece of advice is really understand what you're getting into, because there's so many gurus out there that try and sell you on how to become a real estate investor. And we know a lot of those classes are basically how to sell a class.
Pretty much.
Not so much how to actually invest in real estate, but surround yourself with people that understand exactly what's going on, because you've heard about it. All the people that started doing flips that had no idea what they were doing. Yeah. Got in over their heads, had hard money loans, open up a wall, there's mold. It's, $50,000 more than what they thought. Try to avoid those mistakes and get with people that have experienced them.
I think the good news is there are outlets through social media and the internet that we didn't it existed when we were coming up, but definitely not on the scale it is today.
Not to the day, like Bigger Pockets and things like that. Oh my God. That's a huge resource.
The information available to a young person, as young as soon as your parents let you get the internet, right? Yeah. To learn business is really incredible. Like Tyler, you've learned a ton through books and podcasts and working here too, but that wasn't available when we were 21 years old. Obviously, the internet existed, but not this like not in this construct. Yeah. So I would say continue to listen to podcasts and books and Bigger Pockets. That's a great one. That's what I'd be doing. I would just be absorbing, because the $59,000 condo that you can rent for $850 a month, that ain't happening.
It's gone.
It's gone. And for me, when I was young, scouring MLS is what I would do. Books I could get a hold of. I bought a Bigger Pockets book, but I don't think they had a big YouTube platform back in like 2016, 8 years ago. It's just so different. Things have accelerated so quickly, and that knowledge is power. So yeah, you gotta do your research, man, for sure. And then too, another thing is connecting with people. Like if I was a young person, I would connect with someone a little bit older than me who's a little bit ahead, and maybe save my money and put it with them to do a project. You're not going to be able to afford something on your own as a young person unless you're very diligent about saving your money, which you should do. But pool your money up and do something with either friends or someone who's older than you, or put your money in a group. I think that's what I would do, because dude, a duplex is like $300, $400, $500. There was a fourplex that I thought was a screamer deal off Inner Bay. Stephen Gay had it listed. It went pending with multiple offers within 24 hours, and it was a screamer at I think it was 680 or 700. How are you going to buy a $700,000 property at 22 years old? You know, you're probably not.
No.
Now there is cool guidelines, and I don't know if you've dealt with this with 4 units, putting 3 and 5% down.
Yeah, they've lowered it down for primaries. Yeah.
That's huge for young people just starting out at investing.
Yeah, I'm shocked they did that though. You know why?
Why? Because it helps the little guy?
Well, not because it helps the little guy, but they've always done it there because of risk and occupancy fraud.
Oh.
The 25%, right? So if someone wants to buy it as a primary or 4 unit, they're still going to have to do that. Now that they lowered it down to 5, it's funny, in the lending industry, they'll change a guideline and you're like, why the hell did they do that? And then there's one that you're like, okay, I can understand it, whether it's in your favor or not. When I saw that, I was like, hey, it's good for investing, but I mean, that was a win for the little guy.
100%.
Huge time win.
If you enjoyed this clip, click here for the full episode and make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.